Lila, you sound more intelligent and well-spoken than most people in the broadcast media today who get paid millions of dollars. And I'm not trying to suck up to you, but you have such a forceful personality and also a cogent presentation of the facts, and it is an outrage. We should all, as Americans, be horrified by this. And you know what? If you're pro-choice, if you believe that abortion is indeed a constitutional right, you should actually even be perhaps more outraged than pro-life people, because this should sully the reputation of your abortuaries across the United States. And yet I don't hear anybody, Lila, talking about this. I don't know what media you've done, or whether you've been called by 2020 or 60 Minutes or Dateline or any of these people, but I have a feeling you haven't been.
They should demand the best from their abortion providers. The people that are on the pro-abortion, the pro-choice side of this, they need to demand the best behavior and the best law-abiding protection of women from these supposed people on their side, and not allow this to continue. So you're completely right, Laura. And I mean, I would love 60 Minutes to give us a call, or 20, or any of those shows. I think that this needs to be heard. The American people need to know this. And again, I have to reiterate, they're receiving $250 million, Planned Parenthood, of their money from us, from taxpayers. This behavior is completely unacceptable. They need to be convicted, and they need to be defunded.
Now, you founded this live action group when you were 15 years old. Now, your family in the pro-life movement? I mean, how did this happen?
Well, my family is wonderful, and I'm one of 8 children. So I'll
all right. See, the big families. I just love
yes,
big families.
So they're very pro-life. But at 15, I founded it up in San Jose, California, just because I was blessed with the knowledge that to understand that this is the greatest, abortion is the greatest injustice in our country today, the greatest legal injustice in our country today, and that along with the practice of abortion comes a string of other abuses. And it's no surprise that every time I go undercover into a clinic, and I've been to many clinics, they have my picture on the wall in Planned Parenthoods across the country. Every time I go inside these clinics, I uncover again and again cover-up of sexual abuse, violation of state statutes, medical misinformation, and manipulative counseling of young girls.
Hey, can you stay on with us for another segment? Because I know a lot of our listeners want to chime in, and I'm sure a lot of them just want to thank you. Can you stay on another segment?
Yes, that sounds great.
Fantastic. Lila Rose, editor-in-chief of the UCLA Advocate, and has just undertaken this amazing investigation, undercover investigation, into the Bloomington, Indiana clinic and nationally into Planned Parenthood clinics regarding the abortion of black children. And it's just startling information. And again, the deafening silence coming from the old media, revealing once again its pro-choice bias. 800-876-4123 if you want to talk to Lila. A lot more to get to. Don't go away.
Sue, I'm interested in making a donation.
Great.
So would it be possible for me to donate that money specifically for these minority groups so that they could have access to abortions?
Yes, it would be.
Wonderful. And could I specify that abortion be done, or those abortions be done for a particular minority group, or how does that work?
If you wish, you can.
In the shadow of that hospital at 508, I saw God today. I've been to church.
Around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday.
All right, back on the Laura Ingraham Show. Getting closer to Christmas by the day. It's hard to believe. It just seems like it was just last Christmas. How is it possibly Christmas again? We're glad it is, but come on. All right, Lila Rose is with us. She's editor-in-chief of the UCLA Advocate and is responsible for these incredibly informative and revealing sting operations on Planned Parenthood. Sucks up about $300 million of taxpayer money every year, and apparently doesn't care one whit about the criminal law involved in statutory rape or helping enforce it. These young girls go into these clinics impregnated by 30-year-olds, 13-year-old girls, and they go wink, wink, nod, nod. We don't tell me how old you are, because then we can run into a problem here. Unbelievable stuff. Lila, a lot of people want to talk to you. 800-876-4123. 4123. Anna, Kansas City, Missouri, KCMO, our great affiliate in Kansas City. Hey, Anna.
Hey, Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
Lila, I just wanted to say thank you for doing this incredible work. And then I had a quick question on, is there anything we can do to help? Is there any way to get this into the major media in some way? Is there anything we can do to try and get it out there more?
Thanks, Anna. Lila?
Yes, definitely, Anna. If you go to our website, liveactionfilms.org, and you pass that video on, you send it to your local media. Also, you contact local Congress people and your district attorney or your attorney general and insist that they review the criminal activity of Planned Parenthood or at least begin an investigation of Planned Parenthood. That would be terrific. And there's more information on our website about how to do that, about the Mona Lisa Project. That's liveactionfilms.org.
Lila, do you ever get intimidated or fearful? This is a huge organization, incredibly powerful, bankrolled by celebrities and well-heeled people from across this country. Are you ever intimidated?
Well, not really, because at the end of the day, I and the other students that I work with, we know that the truth will overcome, and that when we get the truth out there and these exposés out there about what goes on in these clinics, the truth about abortion, what it does to women and the abortion industry, at the end of the day, that will be more powerful than any kind of money or resources that the opposition has.
Let's go to Bev in Dubuque, Iowa, WDBQ. Hi, Bev.
Hi, Laura. First of all, thank you for having me on.
Sure.
We love you dearly, Laura. And Lila Rose, you are just awesome. You are just a sign of hope for all of our pro-life people here in Dubuque, and we'd love to have you here anytime you're ready to come here. We would just love to have you.
Lila, you have a lot of friends out there. Thomas in Oklahoma City, KOKC, line 5. Hey, Thomas.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. Lila, I just want to thank you so very much for taking a stand. It is just, it's just wonderful to hear about and see what you're doing. I am definitely going to check that website as soon as I get a chance. And I'm just a real...
All right, Tom, appreciate it. We're almost out of time, but we have every line lit up. Lila, suffice it to say, the Laura Ingraham Show listening audience, I'm sure the overwhelming majority of my listeners are totally with you. We're linking up your website through lauraingraham.com. If anyone didn't have a pen when you're listening, and we'll make sure that you get the support you need. Please keep in touch with us about what you're doing, and anytime you want a job, come work for me. I like your guts.
Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you.
All right, Lila Rose on the Laura Ingraham Show from UCLA. And anytime you feel like you're getting down on the younger generation, you listen to that conviction. She said, I have the truth on my side. I'm going to be just fine.